The parking lot and trailhead are not well identified. So when you look for Byron Glacier, you just kind of have to look for it. And you find the parking area and the sign, and you're there. This is the actual hiking trail. I'm actually hiking out now because I didn't film coming in. But there's not much elevation change. It's only about just over a mile. So it's an easy hike. You really can't get lost. And there's lots of lovely views. Now do dress for any kind of weather, because you might come in on a day like this and while you're here it can turn to cold, nasty, windy, rainy, because that's never happened to me. So do dress and have appropriate wear. I also highly recommend you bring bear spray with you, as we tend to see lots of black bear in this area. There's lots of black bear in Portage Valley, and last night we also saw a brown bear, which was rare. Rarely see brown bears down here, but they're here. But there are lots of black bears and moose. So highly recommend you keep bear spray with you, or bring a firearm, or both. There are a couple stream crossings and plenty of places for your dogs to get water as you hike along the trail. So you don't have to carry water for the dogs. There's plenty of places for them to get it. So this river follows along the trail I've been walking along, and so like I said, dogs can come down and get water. There's a few spots where you can step through the bushes. There are the bushes. The trail is just on the other side. Here's another spot where you can go down to the river. Dogs can get water. And just hike along the trail. Like I said, it's a nice easy trail, very little elevation change, and you cannot get lost. This sign is pretty much self-explanatory. While not too much of an issue this time of year when there's more ice and snow out there, yes, you can fall in a crevasse, and that's the end of your life. So you do have to be careful while you're out here, depending on the time of year. The ice can be very dangerous. It falls loose and crushes you, or you fall into it and freeze to death, which is usually what happens. By the time they can get to you, you're dead from hypothermia. When you hike to Byron Glacier, it'll give you a distance, but the distance is to this point right here, which was the original end point of the trail. And as you can see, the trail goes on a lot farther now. You can go much, much farther out in the Byron Glacier. Okay, this is one of the interesting things you don't see everywhere. Here we have a wall of rock and boulders pushed out by the glacier, which deposit them all there. But as you can see, the water's flowing underneath it all, and so you just have that water moving right underneath, undercutting it. Gotta wonder what's going to happen eventually over time. Eventually that wall's going to start collapsing, or who knows what will happen in a couple hundred years. But anyway, so you just follow the stream and it comes to an end because there's a rock wall. And now if you climb over this wall and get to the other side, yes, the stream continues on all the way back up to the glacier, which you can see is still up there. It's actually a rather beautiful day. So just some views of the stream. There's people over there for scale, so you have an idea of just how big that pile of snow is. And yes, you're just getting a long video of the Byron Glacier Valley, I guess we'll call it. Here I am back in the valley by Byron Glacier. There's Byron Glacier. You can continue on hiking, but I have neither the time nor the inclination to hike all the way back there today. Over here, we have this mountain of snow which has not melted in several years. It's late September and I really ought to be back at school. But anyways, it's going to start being below freezing all the time, so once again it won't melt back this year. So I guess it's slowly becoming a glacier. And this is the view as you come around down towards Portage Valley. It's only about a 20 minute hike back here. So it's an excellent short hike to come down the Portage Valley, then hike back to Byron Glacier and enjoy what you see. As you can see here, you can see the layers of snow from each year. And it's building up, it's not melting back. This is about the most I've seen it melted back in several years, but it's been a very rainy summer. So with a lot of rain, things melt back more. Actually, the rain does more than the sun to melt it. So here you go. This is a nice view back at Byron Glacier. A nice hike when you're in Portage Valley. Let me pan around again. So that's Byron Glacier there. Like I said, we have a new glacier forming here. As I said, this is not melted back in several years. My children being goofy by the ice. They're perfectly safe there. And if we come around here, you can see we have another glacier up there. Continue to pan around, there's another glacier there. Continue to pan around, more glaciers over there. Snowfield there. And that's what you can see. So, just a nice afternoon in Byron Glacier, hiking, enjoying a warm day. It's probably 55 degrees Fahrenheit with about a 10-knot wind, so it's really a lovely day. Just showing you around. Lovely river, glacial fed water. This water's perfectly clean, ice cold. You can drink it if you want. Nothing lives up here. It's not a salmon stream. There's really nothing in there. That's just melting ice water.